Hello and welcome to King's Quest VII, The Princeless Bride. This is one of the more controversial games in the King's Quest series, second probably only to Mask of Eternity, just because of all of the different changes that it brought to the table. Nevertheless, it is a King's Quest game, and it is rather fun to play, so without further ado, let's jump on in.
Settle down, put childish things away. Aren't you happy, thrilled, delighted? You're going to be a bride. Yes, I'm so excited. I want to run and hide. I want to go to a land beyond dreams, where everything's new, not really what it seems. Enchantment, adventure are waiting for me. I'll find that magic land, a land beyond dreams.
That's not all, Mother. Then he said, "So sorry, Princess. I never step on Mama's feet when we're dancing."
All right, I admit Prince Rupert is, well, he's a bit awkward, dear.
That's putting it mildly.
But speaking of princes, my pretty daughter, it really is time you thought about getting married.
Oh, Mother.
Now, Rosella, you're nearly 20 years old. Most of your friends are already married.
Mother, I'm not ready. There are so many things I haven't done yet. I want to have fun.
But, Rosella, I happen to know that Prince Throckmorton of Montecourt is just mad about you.
Prince Throckmorton? Mother, he's so boring.
He's not boring, Rosella. He's reliable. And he's so handsome. He has the most beautiful smile, don't you think? And he's so intelligent. How many young men do you know whose hobby is conjugating Latin verbs? And you know you should consider yourself lucky. Every princess in the known world is just dying to marry Prince Throckmorton. You really must strike while the iron is hot, Rosella. That's why I've invited the prince to... Rosella!
My daughter!
Rosella, where are you? Blast! What is this place? Where is my Rosella, my child?
Alright, welcome to King's Quest VII. Turn the volume down here a little bit. That should be good. So, here we are. You may have noticed, you definitely have noticed, that this looks quite a bit different from typical King's Quest games. It's incredibly different. It's got one single cursor. There's only one cursor. It changes shape occasionally when you're going off the screen to show what directions you can go in. Up, down, left, right is what we have here. But there's only one cursor. There's no look or talk or feel or anything like that. The one cursor does all of that for you. And you see how it's shimmering a little bit right now? And that means that I've just hovered over something that I can interact with. So I click, and there's your little typical crown weight cursor. I click, and she walks over there. And
Ow!
yeah. So the first time I click, she touches it. The second time I click, she looks at it and hums thoughtfully.
Ow!
So it's a lot more simplistic than your typical King's Quest game. No parser, no not complicated. It's not really complicated interface, but no more detailed point-and-click interface. It's very simple, and it was not well liked among most questers, just because they liked being able to interface with the environment more than the cursor kind of turns it into, this little sparkly cursor kind of turns it into more of a hotspot kind of game, which simplifies things, and it takes away from the interaction really, but that's what they did. And then you've got the status, whatever you call it, down here. It doubles. There's a nice little King's Quest icon. Doesn't do anything. Oh, and there's the return of the X. If there's something that you click on and you can't really do anything to it, in here you just walk around. But if there's something you click on, and what the heck is she going? And you can't do anything to it, it turns into an X, a la King's Quest V. Here you have your inventory, and you have you click on stuff. You can click inventory objects on the eye to see them up close, and this is actually pretty nice. It gives you a nice little 3D view of your inventory objects, and if you click on the object and hold the mouse button down and move the mouse, then you get the little 3D rotating view of stuff. So it's pretty cool. And there are also a couple of objects that you can interact with in the inventory screen, which is pretty neat. And then you have this button, which I used earlier. It shows you how far along you are in the game. You can change movie size. There are only 2 movies in the game, so we won't really see this in effect until the end. The first movie was the intro, and it always plays at the same size. Control your volume, goes back to the game. Quit gives you some options about quitting, and I'll show you those later. And this is a scrolling option. It's off right now. If I turned it on, then we've got a little scroll bar here, and you can actually move this scroll bar to see different parts of the screen, and that it only works in some areas and not in others. And it only goes as far, it's only going this far at the moment because Valanice is standing behind this rock, and won't go any farther than where she is. And there goes that guy again. Yeah, anyway. But I'm going to keep that off because, as you may have noticed just now, it tends to tear the screen when I'm recording. So we're going to keep it off just so we don't have any of that happening, because it looks horrible. So that's basically it. That's King's Quest VII. Very cartoonish in appearance. Again, much different from previous King's Quest games. Although King's Quest V sort of had the same kind of backgrounds, but still looks a little more... A lot of people have called it Disney. A Disney-fied version of King's Quest because of the opening song and the cartoony graphics, and I can see that. But, anyway. We've got Valanice as a playable character, of course. And she's never been featured in any other King's Quest game, so that's pretty cool, too. Featured as playable, that is. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the adventure here, and see where this takes us. So, pick up our little piece of cloth that we tore off earlier. Our petticoat, ripped petticoat. Oh, and this was if you noticed in the intro video, Valanice picked this up from Rosella. It's her golden comb. And objects, if you want to use an object in the world, you move it somewhere. If you can't use it, you get next. If you can, it highlights and something happens. So there we go. We can make Valanice cry when she looks at the comb. That's beautiful. Alright. Let's go exploring, shall we? Alright. This is interesting.
Salt crystals. How odd.
This looks like there's something down in there.
Ew! Salt water!
Kind of reminds you of King's Quest V a little bit. Oh, here's a stick. You can pick that up. A stick. It's pretty much a stick. Not very exciting. And little cubes of salt. Alright. What's this guy all about? Alright, so we've got some hieroglyphics here. Basin of poisoned or bad water, and then person crying, and bad water in a bowl, corn of the cob, and drinking water. Okay, that's helpful. And we've got a little statue here who moves. He's got movable parts.
It looks like he's expecting something.
We can move his little beads around. let's put his head back where it was. Alright. That's pretty much all there is to see here, so let's move on to the north.
Incredible!
King's Quest VII was never really big on descriptions, which is unfortunate. So you kind of have to make up your own as you go along.
It looks like something is supposed to fit in there.
The game was less about descriptions and all sorts of things and more about giving you little clues as to what's going on. Indeed. Looks like something big has been through here.
Ow! Ouch! Blast! I can't reach it.
Well, you can't reach it with your hands. Let's try something else. Oh, and you can right-click to send... Oh, no, you can't. Never mind. I thought you could right-click to send items back to the inventory, but you can't. Prickly pear, off of a prickly pear cactus. Alright. What else we got around here? Water.
This sand is damp.
Probably from the water that's dripping down onto it from the ceiling.
Well, that gourd doesn't look very good to eat. It's all dried out.
Well, wouldn't want to eat a dried out old gourd now, would we? Oh, here's some more hieroglyphics. There's that poisoned water symbol again. And 3 little drops and upside down bowl, and then no poisoned water. Those look a little familiar. They look kind of like the beads on the guy's face, on that statue's neck. So we'll have to return there and see if we can do something about that.
Isn't that cute?
If you say so, woman. This is a nice little basket. Ah, now you see the icon is, or the cursor is shimmering, so that means we can interact with it. And if we turn it right, we find this. And this happens to be a corn kernel. Not very exciting to look at, but probably helpful. Whoops.
I'm getting awfully tired of this.
As luck would have it, the very last bowl is just fine. Alright. Moving on.
Hello?
Ow!
Eek!
Yeah, the comedic timing was a little off, but it's an old game, so you give it a little slack.
Rare Curiosities. Ricardo Eduardo Rodriguez, Roo-Rat, Proprietor.
Who can that be? I cannot see.
I am Valanice of Daventry, good sir. Is there a problem with your eyes?
But awful rotten jackalope has swiped my glasses. I can't cope. Normally I'd trade with you, but since I'm blind, my day's through. Leave me be. I cannot see.
Of all the rude, inconsiderate...
Well, that wasn't very nice, was it? We'll have to see if we can do something about that jackalope. He's not very friendly. I guess now we know who was running around in the beginning, too. Alright, what have we here? Old-looking temple of some sort. Oh dear. Oh my. Okay. Well, we're getting out of here. That was a nasty little scorpion.
How can I get rid of that creature?
Good question. We'll, again, come back to him a little later. Now, there's mostly just desert down here to the south, but...
Excuse me, sir.
What do you want of me?
I am Valanice of Daventry, good sir. I wonder if you might tell me where I am?
You are far away from life, and love, and hope. You are surrounded by dust, and it is dust you shall become.
You are so pale, traveler. Are you...
I lost my life in this cursed desert. Now I must wander, tormented by everlasting, burning thirst.
Is there anything I can do?
Leave this place if you can. The portal through the mountains, the mouth of the great stone head, was closed by an evil enchantress. Legend says that it can be opened, but I know not how. Go, now.
Sir!
Go. This thirst drives me mad, and I know not what it will make me do.
Yeah. He's in a sorry spot. Spectre forced to wander for eternity. Mouth of the Great Stonehead. We saw that earlier. That was the thing by the prickly pear bush up here. Or bush. Prickly pear cactus. So this apparently opens somehow. So we'll have to figure out what we can do about that. But for right now, let's come back here. And let's see what we can do about this water. Now those hieroglyphics on the stone up north had the beads on his neck in this position. And it had this bowl turned upside down. But nothing happens because you also need to turn his head sunny side up. And now we have an empty pool.
That looks like some kind of offering bowl.
Wonder what these little things are.
Oh dear. I suppose you can't just take things out of an offering bowl.
Well, I suppose not. And here you see another one of the changes that have been made to King's Quest that a lot of people weren't too happy about. You have expired. Do you want to try again? There's no real saving and restoring in King's Quest VII. If you die, then you can either say, no, I don't want to try again, and it'll save your game and quit, or you can say, yes, I'll try again, and you're returned to the spot right before you made your fatal mistake. And since there's no saving or loading, at least as is typical in most King's Quest games, there are also no dead ends, so you can't ever do something that would prevent you from finishing the game. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to restore and go back. So again, a lot of people weren't really happy about that, considering the fact that it was such a different it was so different from the typical King's Quest game. And just because it took a little of the edge off, it took a little bit of the danger and immersion out, because you didn't really have to worry about whether you were going to die or not. You just, if you die, oh well, I'll just click yes and try again. So alright, now we've got quite an array of... Oh, I never looked at the clay pot for you. There's not much to it. It's just a pot. It's got some neat stuff on it, but it's nothing you can really make out. Birds and stuff, I think. Alright, so we've got a nice little array of objects here. We need some corn, as we saw it from the hieroglyphics earlier, and we've got a little corn kernel, but that's not really going to do us much good, because we need a whole ear. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant this sucker and see what we get. And through the magic of television,
Oh, my.
we have a cob of corn, or a stalk of corn, immediately.
Oh, what a beauty.
Alright, and now we have our ear. Isn't that pretty? Nice little ear of corn. No silk. Partially shucked. Alright. So now, what did this thing tell us to do? Okay, so we get some poisoned water. We cry into a bowl of the water, and we put some corn in it, and then we drink it. Okay. Let's try it. See what happens. Now we need to cry into it. Good thing Valanice can cry on demand. And then finally, the ear of corn.
Ew, salty.
Ah, it's still salty. That's because we still have Mr. Sunnyface up here. If we turn his head to Mr. Crying Face. Aha.
Mmm, fresh.
We have fresh water.
Mmm, fresh.
Fresh water. I know someone who could use some fresh water. Let's see if we can find him. Not there. And yes, if you wander around in the desert too long, you will die. It happens. Ah, there he is. Oh, crap. Get back here, you. Ah, crap. Where'd he go? There you are.
Sir!
What do you want?
I wish to give this to you, traveler.
Is it truly sweet water, lady? Could it really be? I thought my thirst would torture me forever. How can I thank you?
Can you help me escape this desert?
I do not know how to open the portal, but there is something I can do. Follow me.
Is that...
Yes, that is all that remains of Colin Farwalker, the great adventurer, the
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't be. Your gift of water has given me peace. We must hurry. I haven't much time left on this earthly plane. I wish to give you something.
There are 2 items you can take here. Some bug repellent and a piece of rope. We're gonna go ahead and take the rope.
I thank you, good sir.
May it help you in your journeys, my lady. Farewell.
And you saw there was something else lying here too. It was a horn, a hunter's horn. But we don't need it because we took the rope, so it disappeared. If we had taken the I forget what exactly it's called. It's some sort of pest repellent. If we had taken the pest repellent, I believe the horn would have stayed because we would have needed it. But that's all we can do for him. We could have come here earlier, and I completely forgot about that. But we wouldn't have been able to do anything because the tornado would have been here. So we've helped him, and that's pretty cool. Got him some water, and now we have a piece of rope that we can do with what we please. And now we're back here. Now, as you saw earlier, if you wait around here for a while, the jackalope comes bounding through along this path. And he's got the Roo-Rat's glasses. So we're gonna see if we can take care of that old jackalope.
I've got you, you mad little hare.
Got him. And we have his glasses back. Or the Roo-Rat's glasses. So pretty. They're so cute. Forgot to look at the rope, but it really doesn't matter. There's not much to see about it. And as a bonus, we get some jackalope fur caught on the cactus. Again, not much to look at, but it's, 3D. It's nice. Alright, well, we've accomplished quite a bit, actually. May not seem like we have, but we have. We just got through it kind of fast. So, for right now, I'm going to end this Let's Play. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.